First up at 5 o'clock, though, we begin with breaking news. In the last 20 minutes, the National Weather Service confirmed a tornado did touch down in Connecticut yesterday. Wild storms, as you know, left behind a path of destruction, especially in Litchfield County. And we now know an EF0 tornado came through there. Meteorologist Connor Lewis is live in Kent, where the National Weather Service spent the day surveying the damage. Connor.
That's right. Yeah, we were speaking to them earlier about the damage, and they were assessing whether or not it was related to a thunderstorm or if it was directly correlated with a tornado touching down. And we just learned within the past 30 minutes that the NWS branch in Albany has determined that a EF0 tornado did occur with peak wind gusts of 80 miles per hour. And this happened within just a few minutes. So they went back to radar and they looked at things to make a timeline, and they determined that a couplet strong rotation was not only detected on radar, but also did result in a tornado in Litchfield County. And this resulted, the evidence that they got from this is not only the downed trees, but also a little bit of structural damage as well, some broken fences, and also a canopy from a nearby body shop was also destroyed. And this was no easy task for the Weather Service to figure out. We were talking to them, and it was not obvious right away that a tornado did occur. They knew that if one did occur in Litchfield County, it would be low on the Fujita scale. So an EF0 is what occurred. And also up in the hills here, it made things very difficult to assess as well. So you're going up and down these narrow corridors trying to figure out if there was a straight line of damage. And what they're looking for is converging winds. So damage, you would expect to see a swirl of damage. So not all the trees bent in the same direction. But with the hills, it makes it difficult just in itself of figuring out whether or not the trees were bending due to a tornado or just from the winds winding down the hill. So it was difficult for them to figure out, and they did a good job. And it was we spoke to them, and here's something that they said just a bit ago.
Speeds and the damage potential, whether it's straight line or tornadic, can be exactly the same type of speeds.
Oh, right. The EF scale for tornadoes is EF0 to EF5, and the downbursts from thunderstorms can have winds up to EF2 strength. So, yeah, it can be very, very powerful.
And the Weather Service also determined that the same supercell thunderstorm that occurred in Connecticut started earlier in New York. That one in New York near Amenia did cause an EF2 tornado. That one lasted just a little bit longer and had a bit of a shorter distance as well. So the one in Connecticut was about a mile in length. The one in New York a bit shorter. And this is from that big cold front that happened yesterday, which isn't too out of the ordinary for this time of the year. Probably the biggest unusual factor in all of this is the big change in temperatures. So we've been seeing these on-off flurries up here in Litchfield County. Fortunately, the sun is out, but it's been breezy all day long. And you'll see here in a second, Bruce has quite the forecast to give us with some warmer weather on the forecast. But as you can tell, definitely feeling, I got my winter coat on, definitely feeling like winter. For now, live near Kent, Connor Lewis, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.